Right, can we make a start? Because temperature and all that old rubbish. Right, good evening all. We're here for the planning meeting. Right, the meeting is open now. Before we're a bit late, never mind. To record any apologies for absence. I only know Stephen Baker.
Right. Politics.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, we'll sack you.
You're fired. You can go.
Not as late as Michael.
Panicking.
You've got a lot to catch up with yet, Dominic, don't worry. You're right.
Yeah, I just lost my agenda bit of my notebook.
No, he's got it. What, this
Oh,
one?
you've got it?
Oh, God. Yeah, that's the last, that's the minutes, the last meeting.
Yeah, there's this one.
That's yours, there.
The bus is you need to start. You're not there yet.
No, I can't, she's going to do it. Right, we go back number 2, record any apologies for absence. I only know Stephen Baker. It's not, it's Polly.
It's Michael Jew.
He hasn't sent apologies for not coming, so I'm not sure.
Okay, don't worry about it. To receive any declaration of interest, personal or prejudicial to members? Nothing? Okay. Comments and questions from members of the public present relating to the items on the agenda. Anybody got any questions? If you do, when we get to the particular bit, please stick your hand up, and we'll see if we take it on the board. Right, item 6. I'm not going to hang about too long on these, but this considers the protocol for planning applications in Fairlight document to be referred to full council for approval. Have you all read it, the protocol? Yeah, you have. This was supposed to have been adopted in 2020, June 2020. Now, I've seen the paper trail of this, where Dr. Ruth Costin gave it to Stephen Ledbetter and asked him whether or not he thought it was a good idea to have it as a protocol for Fairlight. His answer to that was, yes, I do, and he will take it to the parish council meeting. However, there is nothing in the minutes to say that this was ever passed. To my mind, if we're going to deal with anything as in dormers, this document should go on the complaints, because it was sent to Rodder, and within a few weeks, apparently within a few weeks later, it was sent back from Rodder, and Rodder said, we already do all of that. Sorry, they don't. They do not do half of the stuff that's in this protocol here. I've spoken to people at Rodder Planning regarding comments that have been put on some planning applications, and when I mentioned a particular one, the person I spoke to came back and said, oh, I haven't seen that one yet, and it had been on there 3 months. So I know they don't read them all, but I think it'd be a good idea. We need to take it to the parish council meeting to be ratified, but it can't be done tomorrow. It can't be done tonight because it's too early. So we'll put that on the agenda for February, okay?
Yeah.
Chair, just before the meeting I did send around an amended one. I don't know if anybody's seen it.
Amended what?
protocol, I just highlighted
Yeah.
various bits that are crucial.
Well, it'll have to be done.
No, it's not important. I just thought I'd let you know I've done it, and so it's on your email.
Right, is that you? Have you amended it?
I've just highlighted bits.
Right,
that are
I'm
important.
not interested. If it's highlighted and it's in the protocol, then that's fine.
Yeah, it's only the protocol that I've just highlighted those bits that are relevant.
That's to do with an application tonight.
Well, yeah, but don't worry about it. It's,
Okay,
I'll just chuck
fine.
it. Just chuck them across.
Okay, I'm going to take dormers as the last one that we deal with.
Apologies for lateness.
No, Michael. So, Church Farm Cottages, installation of timber garden studio. Right, that studio is going to go right on, not on the road, but it's in the garden and it's out the way. Any problems? No concerns?
No concerns at all.
You didn't miss them.
That's your fault, you see, because you told me to do it in the right order. And I didn't do it.
You didn't do it in the right order.
That's because you told me not to, so there you go.
No, I didn't.
Right, I'll go back one then. To approve the minutes of the planning meeting on the 10th of December. All in favour? Okay. All
Yes.
sign? Thank you. I'll use my own pen, thank you.
Sorry. That's my schedule.
Don't you start on me. Okay, so we're going to put no objection against that,
No, just neighbours' comments as usual.
and what's the other bit that we normally put in?
Neighbours' comments.
Yeah, neighbours' comments to be taken into
Oh, there was
consideration.
one thing, Steve.
Go on.
Sorry. The crane, they'll have to get, this building's going to be craned into the garden. So maybe make comments just relevant about highways, permission to
Okay.
block roads.
All right.
And notify neighbours,
Yeah,
because that's the only access down to...
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Complaints. Complaints.
So do we want to leave a comment on it?
Yeah.
To ask that neighbours are notified?
Yeah.
In
About the
advance.
crane that's going to go put the building
In advance.
Really needs a warning. Actually, it does need a warning on the roads for a date and time as well.
in. Yeah. Okay.
Who's Patrick? Who's
Right.
Patrick? Sorry.
Can we move on? Thank you. B. Winwood Firs Way, triple hit to gable loft conversion with dormer extension to rear. Right, that's at the back of the house, and you can't see anything anyway for that.
No, it's front and back.
Yeah. Any objections?
Yeah.
I've been passed on. It's
Well,
been going on about a year.
Sorry?
It's been going on about a year, but they've now obviously planning permission for what they need to do.
Right.
The building itself is fine. It's fine. No problem.
Jeff?
I don't think it's been done. It's only got the straightforward hit.
It's window. Oh, perhaps I'm not getting.
No, this is still a slope. This hasn't been touched.
Oh right. Okay.
So the roof where cursor is, that's just sloped
Oh,
all the
right,
way
okay,
down
right.
at the moment. This is new. And the whole length at the back is going to be new. The front does come out like that at the moment. But the whole hip at the front is new. So you've got a side window going in, a roof window going in, and the expanse of glass there is going to be very overlooking for 5 houses opposite. And also the dormer, the roof light is above the staircase, and the side windows on the staircase. I personally can't see, I can see a light pollution issue with the roof light window,
Yeah. So
because that's never going to be curtained over.
They need a blind for it. Automatic blind.
I just think, relevant neighbours' comments to to be taken into consideration of the overlooking.
So it's skylights that we're concerned.
Skylights is normal, Stephen, it's a normal complaint.
Okay.
Dark skies.
And it's not really needed because the side window is on the staircase as well.
Shall I talk to you about tomorrow about this, about what we're going to put on there? Are you okay?
That's a front.
Yeah, we can do.
Okay. Go. And something else, yeah? I didn't get the rest of it, boys.
No, see, when you look at that, it's a better picture. I mean, that is a vast front window.
It's quite big.
And that's the front, and then you got the back as well.
How?
That's
how,
the back. All of this is new.
That was a lot of the back.
But that's not a problem. The back's not really a problem. But it's pretty small windows at the back. But they have this great big picture window at the
Firs
front.
Way is relatively
overlooking-
wide, isn't it?
Sorry?
Firs Way is relatively wide, isn't it?
No. Well, not the top end.
It's not.
It's right at the top end by the
Oh, it is. It's
little
by the
roundabout.
roundabout, isn't it? Yeah, true. True. It's not wide.
I'm just saying, well, that's my only comment really. It could be overlooking on the people opposite and the skylight.
Yeah, because the people opposite are slightly lower, aren't they?
Yes.
Because that side is
Yeah, they
higher
are.
than.
Yeah. They are right.
Yeah, true.
Okay, before we put them down, we'll put them down on the form as well. Right, treetops, they're just sycamores.
No, there's a big story on treetops, I'm afraid.
Is there?
Yeah. When it was Picty Lot, the site, going back a few years, all of those woods, all of the woods and the ground on the tree houses now have got TPO orders. There was a planting plan, which has never been adhered to. There is caveats in the planning permission, but they are now out of date. But I do think it's got to be handed over to the TPO officer with relevant information, which I can provide from previous planning applications.
Okay, if you'd like,
It is
like I
quite,
said, Danny,
it can be
Danny.
quite contentious with the neighbours where it's neighbouring onto the neighbours.
Are you
They've
saying?
already had trees, they've already removed trees without permission, which they shouldn't have done.
Okay,
I was also a bit worried
but
about the impact.
but they're asking for these to be coppiced, yeah?
No,
Well,
fells.
Well, that's
no,
what it says here.
Yeah, there's a line of fir trees which should have been removed when the places were built, and a laurel hedge put up, which never got done.
Okay.
And they want those fells, don't they?
Well, they're dead.
Since
Yeah, they are.
since then, the 2 firs have been removed, 2 linandii have been removed, and the other 2 were cut down so low it resulted in their demise.
Right.
But that whole row there, that particular row, should have been replanted, should have been removed when it was built and replanted. The sycamores have comments in the landscaping conditions because, yes, they can be coppiced a bit, but I think he wants them removed.
He says
The
fell.
hazels
He
to
says
be
fell.
coppiced,
Yeah.
and they're
Hazel.
holding up the bank of the stream.
I'm going to say I'm worried
Yeah,
about
that,
the
I
impact
mean,
on
we cut what copies hazel back down to the base level by the stream all the time, and 3
Yeah.
years later it's back.
Yeah.
It's
I'm a bit,
that's how hazel works. If you don't coppice it, it just rots out.
Understand. But on the application, it does say with permission from the TPO
Yeah.
people, and I just think the TPO people should be made aware of
Okay. Well, if you
planning,
send the
planning
paperwork,
consents.
send the paperwork to Danielle.
Yeah.
We can add it to the
Sorry,
complaint.
so are we objecting to that one, or we are approving it?
Just
and
really,
saying-
as long as it gets the whole situation gets looked at and agreed by the TPO.
So we're asking the Royal Council to take a look at all the relevant paperwork before they make a decision about
Yeah.
these 3. Yeah.
Please.
and
Okay.
can we also ask for the river guy to, Nigel?
Sorry.
Can we also ask for the river guy to look at it regarding the stream? Because I'm a bit worried about the stream bank. Oh, how
Well,
much-
the sycamore right on the stream bank. I mean, if you fell them complete and the roots die off,
Well, that's it, but
I
yeah.
can't.
it could,
I don't know enough about nature, but I would
Well,
have thought it's best I do more.
it could therefore, I mean, Donna knows better than me, but if the roots die off, then there's nothing to hold the stream bank there, a bit like on Lower West Lane, where they
Yeah.
killed all the trees and it's all
I
falling
would
in.
have thought so.
And also, of course, it's taking up water, so it's going to increase the stream flow.
Yeah.
So that's another concern.
It's all these, just to make people aware, all these protections are on that land because it's an ancient woodland.
Yeah.
Right.
It was, when it was Pixie Lock, before the development, and they had an awful lot of conditions put on it. They're not even allowed to remove dead wood.
They don't.
No, off the land.
Okay. Okay, well, we can deal with that with the planning, but you need to send Danielle the,
I'll send it. I'll
Email
send Danielle
address.
the relevant
The
information.
Nigel.
yeah.
and we will send the plan, the application. We'll ask Nigel to take a look at it as well. Yeah. Okay. E, Barn House, Warren Road. Variation of conditions 1 and 2, removal of condition 5 imposed on planning permission 1449 to create a small curtilage to the holiday let to provide its own parking area and small amenity space. Condition 5 on that original was for the condition is not to be used by anybody else other than one person for 56 days of the year. So what they're doing is they're asking for that to go. So it's quite likely that people can stay there longer than 56 days, if not in perpetuity. Personally, I don't. If other places in the village have had condition 5 imposed on them, so be it. There must be a reason why it's done like that. So, to my mind, that should stay as is. The 1 and 2 condition was because of where it's built. It sits on the other property. It sits on the owner's property. So, but there isn't anywhere for the car to park. So I don't have a problem with car parking as such, yeah, but it actually sits on the property of the people that own the other property as well.
Huge, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's nowhere for it to park a car there. So I don't have a problem with them parking a car, having a small curtilage there, but certainly not to a removed 0.5.
What I couldn't see was where the access is from Warren Road anyway. That didn't really.
No, it doesn't show it there.
I understand it clearly.
No, it doesn't show it there.
It doesn't show, does it?
No.
So, and it's a big, huge plot going from Warren Roads there. It goes right way down here.
Yeah.
But the only access point is there, which is next door to the little whatever
Next
it
door,
is.
yeah, to the
that plot. So and it's also I'm a bit concerned about the effect on sea mist, which is the one next door.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say where they want to put this curtilage.
No.
So we can ask and say, or we can put an objection on there to condition 5. We can also say that the planning isn't, the application drawings don't actually show where the curtilage is going to go.
Or where the drive is,
Yeah.
where the existing drive is.
Yeah. All right, Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody else happy other than that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, back to B, dormers. There's been lots of emails floating about today, cross purposes, bits and pieces and talking. They are asking for subdivision of dwelling into 2 numbered dwellings, new dormer to rear of property and conversion of garage to habitable space. Dormers is right on the cliff edge. It's less than 50 metres away from the cliff. There should be no working on there. It doesn't look as if the planning people that have done the plan have taken into consideration Article 4, if they know about Article 4. Article 4 does not say that you cannot build on that land. What it does is it says it's taken away all permitted buildings, which makes a lot of difference really. However, there are online comments already gone on to this. Parish council should object, in my opinion, but it's entirely up to you. There are sections that Rother produced, paperwork that Rother produced, and it's paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 states lots of house names that relate to Article 4, and paper 2 doesn't suggest. It also says that they must take into consideration policy Den 6, which is relevant to development of unstable or potentially unstable land. Supporting text of the policy confirms that planning applications for development within a 50 metre wide coastal zone. They should also have requirements of planning policy do not extend the development nor require planning permission, hence the need for an Article 4 direction. They should also have a structural engineer report as well. To my mind, that's what we should put on the application. Yeah, well, on the objection. Yeah. For your information, work has already started place. I won't go into details about it, but an enforcement has already been put on there by somebody else, so we won't be. Andrew Meyer has also spoken to planning to increase that enforcement. So it's definitely object to that.
Effectively, enforcement will be hand.
Sorry?
Actually, effecting that enforcement will be hand.
Yeah. Right. That's it.
Just to make a note of the decision.
Yeah, we've got decisions and enforcements. There was already one. Have you read that one, Sarah? The one for Hawk House?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Could you just refresh out about the permissions granted?
So the permission that there was originally granted was for a 3-year use to see about neighbourhood impact, and we commented on the ground that they had no dog waste facility, and as residents we've been experiencing a lot of dog waste bags, and they're dangling off of hedges, filled in all the ditches and everything. And I note that the landowners did respond to that almost immediately and said they were putting in a dog waste bin that week. That was before the decision was made, and due to the noise of barking dogs, there's been times of operation have been reduced as well.
Okay, good. Market garden site. Well, I'm not certain what to say about the market garden site. Lee?
Well, there's so much going on. A lot of it can be just viewed on social media, but it would appear the main issue at the moment seems to be with the stream and the regrading of the stream.
Yeah.
And it would appear that East Sussex County Council and the flood people are now going to be taking action to enforce certain conditions when they do try to regrade the stream. I think it's about February the 12th, something like that, is the next Rother District Council meeting for planning. So we'll have to see what happens then.
Okay.
There is enforcement going on. There's one listed on there, and there's plenty of comments on the actual website as well.
Okay, thanks, Lee.
I actually haven't looked around the site itself, but somebody's mentioned to me today that a lot of the houses don't have any guttering on.
No, these are the ones on the back. I think. What numbers would they be? The rear ones? 12 or 11, what they call it. Yeah, 3 houses. Well, that's where the knotweed is, which supposedly may or may not have been done.
Yeah.
And the builders are in there doing the work inside the houses, but the back has been totally left. And if you just go look at the stream, there's bags, there's rubbish, it's just seems abandoned, and they seem to be concentrating on just trying to sell the 3 houses at the front. So I don't know what the situation with that is, but it would appear to have been left.
But I don't think they've got permission from Thames Water yet.
Oh no, this is part of the thing. They've got this regrading on the house on the stream, or the duck house on number 11, which is 18 inches or so from the stream. That's the bit that's under investigation by the Sussex County Council, the flood people, etc.
If they haven't got guttering and stuff, that's quite worrying.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There seems to be some concern that the actual attenuation tank won't be big enough to take all the water if they do have guttering. And
And then in the day, whose responsibility is to look for it? Is it the developer or is it the house owners? Oh,
Sorry,
Jeff.
Josephine would just back, because there's no guttering, it's just flushed down, keeping all the noise. So that's an issue.
That's got to be rather enforcement, isn't it? It's got to be. There should be guttering and downpipes. With southern water, we need to talk to the southern water.
Jen?
There's definitely no guttering. David and I have looked at all of the room. I think there's one downpipe on it, no one behind me. But the rest of the stuff, water is just running all over.
That's going to affect
Can I-
To do it.
Jenny, can I ask you to get some people together and go to the Pathfinder meeting that's in the village hall next Thursday, between 3 and 7, and mention it to the park, because it's just what the Pathfinders are trying to stop. They're trying to stop all the water going straight into the ground and straight into the stream, which is what's going to happen if there's no guttering. It's going to do exactly that, because it won't go into the attenuation. So they will be. I'll let them know. Okay, but we need to flag that up, and if you guys can flag that up as well. Would you do that?
Yeah, I can get Josephine.
Well, I think you need more than one. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, after, yeah, the top. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Right, date of next meeting is 25th of February 2025. Okay, it's the planning meeting over.